Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be another what I eat in a day, this time a sort of working from home slash self-isolation edition. I have now been working from home I think for maybe just over a month, and I've definitely found that like my eating habits and my diet has changed a little bit than before. I feel like the thing that has surprised me most is the fact that I'm now snacking less than when I worked in the office, which I just feel like is like the complete opposite to most people and the opposite to like what it should be. But our office has snacks that we can help ourselves to, and without those I am not eating them. Like I would normally have packets of crisps and things, but they're not in my flat, so therefore I am not snacking on them. I am also eating less fruit, which isn't good, but again our office has like a fruit bowl that we can help ourselves to, and shopping and like stuff like that is limited at the moment, and I feel like fresh fruit is the one thing that I'm not really getting as much of. Mostly because it's obviously fresh, so it goes bad quicker and I'm not shopping as much, so that's not quite as good, but I am eating like more frozen stuff to I guess like make up for that. I am also eating way more sweet things, which is a weird one. I am definitely more of a savoury person, but again I don't really have savoury snacks in my house. Like if I had crisps I would eat them in like 2 days I reckon, so I'm just eating way more chocolate and like cookies and ice cream and things like that because I have them in, which is a bit weird. And then I guess like the main difference is the fact that I have more time at lunch, and I'm obviously like in my house during lunch, so I can make proper like meals if I want to. I don't live that far from my office, so I do pop home sometimes when we're working from the office, but for the most part I'll usually bring something in or get like a meal deal. So it's nice having that extra time at home during lunchtime to actually make myself something if I want to. So I guess those are sort of like the differences I've noticed. I actually filmed these meals a few weeks ago now, but for some reason didn't film an intro or an outro. I also didn't give any context to my breakfast, so to kind of go over what I had on this day, I had my pretty standard go-to breakfast of muesli, and with that I had some cashew nut butter and some frozen berries that I defrosted in the microwave. I've been having this all the time, although recently I found a piece of string in a bowl which has kind of put me off because it was pretty grim, so I don't see this being my go-to breakfast for much longer. But yeah, that is what I had for breakfast on this day. It is now around 11 o'clock, so I've got myself my 11sies, made myself a cup of tea, and then I've also got one of these cookies that I showed in my meal prep video. I baked a couple of these from the freezer the other day, and this is my last one that I've got left, so I'm definitely going to savour this. But yeah, this is my morning snack. So for lunch today I'm going to use up a few bits and bobs that I've got in my fridge. I have these falafels, I think they're sweet potato falafels that are from Tesco. I found these at the back of my freezer and I figured I probably should cook them up. I'm pretty sure I bought these when I first moved into my flat over a year ago, so I'm hoping they'll still be okay because they were frozen, but that is one of the things I'm going to be having. I figured I'd cook them all yesterday just so I'm prepped and ready for the week. I've also got some salad bits in here. I got a veg box delivered a couple of weeks ago and these are the remaining few bits from that. So in here I've just got some lettuce and some cucumber. And then I think that's all I'm going to be having from the fridge. What I really fancy is like a bagel or beans on toast or something like that. I actually went on my first supermarket shop for the first time in like 2.5 weeks this morning, which is what all of that stuff on the floor is. I haven't unpacked any of the non-fridge items yet because I can't be bothered to spray them all and disinfect them all, so they've just remained on my floor. In there I've got a few more exciting bits that I could have for lunch, but today I figured I should probably use up some of the things I have already. So that is what I'm going to be having. I'm also going to be cooking up some couscous. Please ignore all of the washing up that you would have just seen. My kitchen needs a good tidy up. I think I have some couscous in here somewhere. So this is the couscous that I'm going to be using. Again, this is one of those things that's been in the back of my cupboard for ages, so I'm just going to add some hot water to that. And then I think I'm also going to make some hummus real quick because I've got a food processor. I've got some chickpeas I can use up, and I might as well make some hummus to go with this because I feel like that would go nicely, and that is going to be my lunch. I don't tend to follow a recipe when I make hummus, but this has got a can of chickpeas, probably around a heaped teaspoon of tahini, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some lemon juice, and then also some olive oil, and I'll add more oil as I blend. But yeah, this is going to be my hummus. So this is what my finished lunch looks like. I added some tomatoes and grapes to the salad. I know some people will find grapes in a salad really bizarre, but I'm into it. So this is what I'm having, and I also added some chili flakes to the top as well. Didn't realise quite how much I was in need of this. I have now just finished work for the day. It is almost 10 to 6. Technically, I should probably be making dinner right about now, but I'm making myself a smoothie. I'm about to jump on a call with some friends, so dinner's going to be a little bit later this evening, and I'm already a bit peckish, so I figured I would make this now just to tie myself over until then. So this has got frozen bananas, frozen raspberries, and some of this powder in it. This was actually very, very kindly sent to me. I mean, it's not sponsored or anything like that, but I figured I would try it out. And smoothies are one of the recommended ways to try it, so that's what I figured I would do. This is essentially like a superfruit powder. It's got a bunch of benefits. I can't pronounce most of these words, so I will let you guys read it, but it's apparently got lots of good benefits. I'm usually pretty skeptical about these powders, but I looked into this one and there's like scientific studies to support it, so I'm excited to give it a go. Obviously I can't vouch for any of its like benefits, but I can see if it tastes good. So I've just put a teaspoon in my smoothie, and then I'm going to add some soy milk to blend it all up. I'm going for a super quick and easy dinner this evening. I did actually debate earlier today potentially making my own pasta for dinner, because I've got a pasta machine that I literally begged my mum for when I was around 10, and I think I've used it maybe once or twice. So I figured self-isolation is going to be the prime time to get that out again. But then when I was in Asda this morning, I found this. I wasn't expecting to find any pasta whatsoever because I thought it would be sold out, but got hold of a bag of spaghetti, so I'm just going to have this instead because it's like almost 8 o'clock now and I don't have the time or the energy to try and attempt making homemade pasta. So going to boil this up, and then I'm just going to cook some of these tomatoes down. They're going a bit wrinkly, so I figured I should probably eat them. So I'm just going to have a few of these with some olive oil, garlic, chili flakes, just a super simple dinner. And then I'm also going to make some garlic butter and put it on one of these wraps and just grill it for a little while. So I've got a little bit of garlic bread on the side. Spaghetti is boiling, and then I've just got some oil heating up with some garlic in there. I actually ended up using some leftover oil from this jar of grilled peppers. I have used all of the peppers in here, but I figured I wouldn't waste what's left in it. So just heating up a little bit of this, and then I'm going to add these tomatoes that I've halved. Okay, so I might have accidentally burnt the garlic bread a little bit. I literally completely forgot it was under the grill until I could smell it burning, but I feel like I caught it just in time. It's not too bad. But this is my finished dinner this evening. I added some chili flakes, salt, pepper, and a little bit of onion powder to the tomatoes and oil and garlic. And then I've just got a little bit of spinach underneath there as well. I could definitely eat more pasta, but instead I'm going to finish my evening with some of this Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I've not tried this flavour before, but it sounds so good. This was my supermarket treat of the day. I say that, but I did also pick up an Easter egg, which I'm very excited about. Please ignore all of this, do not judge me. I've not put my shopping away yet from this morning. Yeah, I just can't be bothered to deal with all of this, so that's probably going to be tomorrow morning's problem. And instead I'm going to eat some of this ice cream to finish off my evening. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, I for some reason didn't film an outro, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!